Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Allie, or Wavy Curly Allie. I'm a healthy hair enthusiast just here sharing my tips and tricks on how to help you love your hair as it is naturally. And today I'm actually shooting a redo video. So I've already made this video before, but the sound quality on it was subpar. It was actually pretty bad. I had a hard time tolerating it. I was not happy with how it turned out. I know it got the point across for the most part, but I figured I would redo it and actually include a couple more steps in this brushed wave refresh that I do. Now, will this work for everyone? No. That's pretty obvious. If you have a looser curl pattern, kind of in the 2s, even a little bit into the 3s, or if you have finer hair, or really in general you just have hair that stretches out pretty easily, this could work really well for you. It's certainly worth the experiment if you're not sure. As you move towards the further apart of 3s, 3Bs, 3Cs into 4, the 4 category, and I'll put a curl chart up here so you know what I'm referring to, then you might have a harder time with this because your hair is going to want to curl up if it doesn't pull straight so easily. But I love to do brush refreshes. This is something I like to do on day 3, 4, when my hair just cannot be refreshed in a traditional way, where it's very tangled, it gets matted, it looks really rough, it's super frizzy. I mean, I think we're on day 4, and I slept like a maniac last night in a great way, and I saw what it looked like yesterday during my refresh and it was fine, but I could tell that it wasn't going to make it another day. So this is what I like to do. It gives me a bit more of a polished look without actually taking any form of heat tools like curling irons to my hair. So I'm going to take this down so we can see what we're working with. Okay, here it is. This actually isn't terrible. I did just get a haircut, so I'm getting a lot more lift and volume up in the crown area and really all through here, but there's just a lot of wonky pieces and my hair's getting matted pretty easily. I also want to call something out. So since I went back to brunette and it's been a while since bleach has touched my hair, I'm noticing these very tight little curl clumps that are coming together where they're really tight spirals just like this. That's kind of hard to see. And they're actually driving me nuts because I can't figure out how to work with them. So I'm learning this about my hair as we're going through it. But anyway, my hair is really matted underneath. It doesn't feel good, and this is what I like to do to refresh it in a brushed wave refresh. So a few things that you need to start out. You need a clip, just one of these goody claw clips, and I'll link all of this stuff below. I like to use a refresh spray. You can just use some water. You can use water in a mister bottle, like a spray bottle, with a little bit of leave-in, or if you use something like the Luss all-in-one, you can pump some product directly into the bottle, shake it up really well, and use that to mist your hair. Just something to dampen your hair. This is the Weedod Reactivating Mist from the Curl line, the Curl Shaper line, and I do really love this. This is CG approved. I wasn't sure when I filmed the first video if it was. It is, and I will link it below. And then the Bounce Curl Light Hold Cream Gel. I normally like to use mousse when doing this refresh, but this has worked really well, and I like the lighter hold products for this because I'm not trying to get a cast. I'm trying to get more of a softer look with this type of refresh, as you'll see at the end if you haven't seen the Instagram reel or the last video that I did, which I'm probably just going to leave up on my channel because maybe I'll say something in there that I don't cover here that's helpful. So I like to use those, and you have to remember that you've already refreshed your hair, or maybe it's your wash day and it didn't turn out the way that you liked it once it's dry. Then you already have product in your hair to some degree. There's product in your hair. So you don't want to go overboard on the product, but you'll see as I go through and use these, I'm not using a ton at a time. The last thing I forgot to mention is that you do need a brush, because this is a brushed wave refresh. I like to use the Behairful brush. This is my detangling brush, so without further ado, let's just jump right into doing this brushed wave refresh. Okay, so to start, I'm actually going to brush it and detangle it before sectioning it into a few sections. So when detangling, you always want to work from the bottom up. This is the gentlest way to do it, and I'm going to do it just in smaller sections to go nice and easy on my hair. I have lots of little layers up here to get through, so I'll just speed up through this part so you guys don't have to watch me do this. Okay, so this is it. This is my hair completely brushed out. It's pretty big. I kind of love it, but probably not a normal way to go out in public. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to part my hair down the center, I like to do this just because it's easier for me to manage and control. I just like having an even half and an even half. So what I'm gonna do from here now, so I go to about the tail of my eyebrows. I don't know why, this is just how I part my hair, and I'm going to part it from top to bottom. Okay, the next step is that I now have the top half, the bottom half. Of the bottom half, I've split this on one side and the other side. And then I'm going to take this and split it in half. Now the reason that you want to work this in sections is because you brushed your hair out, it's going to get much more puffy, obviously, and you want to carefully saturate your hair with product. So I'm going to work with it in these sections to make sure that I hit each section with product. Now I've also done it where I've just taken this whole half and covered it, and that works great for me too, but for the sake of filming this and making sure that you at home are really saturating your hair, this is the best way to do it. Now I'm not getting my hair soaking, I'm just making sure that it feels saturated, so nice and damp with product. So I'm going to start with this section, and then I'm going to go through with just a little bit of gel. I'm going to use about a pea size, a little bit bigger. I'm going to get my hand wet. Again, another reason this is great just to use water with, but I just really like this reactivating mist. It smells amazing. And I'm going to coat my hair with it. Praying hands, get it all in there. Now with this first piece of hair, I'm going to show you one way to do this. So you can either just put the product in and scrunch it and reactivate that natural curl pattern that you have, or the natural wave pattern that you have. So the next option, aside from scrunching it to reactivate that curl pattern, is to just twist it with your fingers. So this is a nice way to give yourself a little bit more of a curled look, like a little bit of an artificial curl, because it's going to create these spirals. This is my preferred method to doing this, but if you don't want to do it this way, the other option is to use your brush. Now I'm not that good at this, but I do like the way that it comes out because it really does help flatten that top part of my hair. I guess I should say smooth it out, and then just kind of curl the ends. So I like to bring the brush down and I twirl to get my hair to go around the handle, and then bring it down, and it gives much more of like a polished curl look. But like I said, I kind of get the same results from just twisting it, and it's hella easier. So we're going this route, and now I'm going to do the same thing on this back section. Just make sure it's detangled, get some product in there. Again, about a pea size of gel. Get that into my hair and twist. This is also a really great option if you're going through transition. Now, I understand it's a big no-no in the curly world or the curly girl method community to brushing your hair, but I'm not strict curly girl, and I'm a big fan of doing what works for you. So this works really well for me. This gives me some really nice results. So I say go for it if it works for you. And then you twist it whatever way you want. So I'm going to twist this one away from my face and backward. And sometimes your hair is going to fight you in the direction that you put it, and that's okay. That just means it naturally wants to go the other way. So do whatever you like. Twist it back the way it wants to go, or twist it the way you want it to go. Alright, so I'm going to finish up on this last section here, and I'm going to bring the top half down and do exactly the same thing on each piece, and I will come back and show you guys what it looks like. Alright, you guys, so this is what it looks like, a little bit curlicue, but it will dry a little less uniform than this, which I prefer. If your hair starts to feel like it's drying out on that bottom layer after you finish the top layer, you can just mist it with a little bit more water and retwist it. I do have some pieces that wanted to twist the opposite way I wanted them to. That's fine. I'm going to let them do what they want to do so it doesn't dry really wonky. Now, when I sectioned off my top half, I actually did it in a few more sections. I wanted to focus a little bit on the back since I split it down the middle. I didn't want it to get twisted, separated, and then have like a big gap in the back. So I twisted it into multiple sections, and I actually pieced some of these pieces backwards. So to give you an example, which way did I twirl you? I kind of went like this and made sure that it was falling in the back of my head where it actually would want to fall, because that's where it's growing out of my head. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is diffuse. I have my Extava dryer with the black orchid attachment, same brand, these go together. And I'm just going to go through in sections and dry it. You can grab individual pieces if you're going for a little bit more uniformity. If you're not, and you don't mind a little bit of the mess, which you probably don't if you're on this journey anyway, is that our hair is not perfect, our shape is not perfect, and that's what makes it perfect. So I'm going to go through and just kind of grab it in larger sections and start diffusing. I'm going to pixie diffuse first. I'll probably switch to hover. I'm going to start once I feel my hair is getting drier, moving my hair around again because I don't want it to dry really weird in any section, because I did force it into pretty large pieces. So anyway, let's get started. I should also add, I'm using medium heat and medium speed. And then I'm going to finish with a cool shot before I take the diffuser down to help set the shape. All right, you guys, so here it is. It's pretty much dry. There's a couple of spots that feel a little bit damp, but that's all right. I'm just getting a little impatient with drying today. So I'm going to now just put a little bit of oil in my hair. Since we brushed our hair, it's going to puff up a little bit easier. That's why I mentioned you want to do it in sections. And finishing it off with just a little bit of oil can actually help seal in some of that moisture and help prevent that puff that we're trying to avoid. Now, we like a little bit of puff because it gives us volume, but not so much that it looks like a rat's nest. So I'm just going to rub it into my hands and then just go over my hair. Nothing fancy here. I'm going to scrunch a little bit. Another tip, if you are impatient like me and don't want to wait for your hair to dry completely, which I normally never recommend doing this, but it's just a couple of sections in the back that always stay wet, I can just scrunch it and diffuse it at the same time. So I might go like this, for example, medium heat, medium speed. What's nice if you do find a wet spot or a little bit more of a damp spot in your hair while you're diffusing is you can just find it and hold it up in your hand and hit it with the diffuser. So just stop scrunching right away and hit it. Okay. Now the next step from here is I'm going to give it a good fluff. As always, I like to kind of just open hand. Make sure everything is off of my scalp. Not that we got anything up there really today, but you never know. I'm going to fluff it in the back. And then I'm going to flip my head upside down. All right, and that is it. A little bit smoother. There's no knots in it anymore. All that frizz is tamed down from brushing. Again, work with your hair in sections to avoid the extra puff. Make sure that you get it nice and saturated with whatever it is that you're using. I like to finish off with some oil to help smooth everything down. You don't have to use exactly what I used today. These are just products that I know and I love and I've worked with before, so I understand how to use them a little bit better. But again, the Wavy Reactivating Mist, the Bounce Curl Light Hold Cream Gel. I used a little bit of the Luss Elixir Oil to finish off. I do have discount codes on Bounce Curl and Luss. I will put them in my links below as well if you're curious to check them out. And I used my trusty Behairful brush, my favorite Detangling brush. All right, without further ado though, let's check out the back because I did talk about it so much to make sure that it didn't look like a total mess. So that's it, you guys. Now, I parted my hair in the middle, and I love a good strong part, so I'm going to leave it there. But if you want, you certainly can just repart it. You can run your finger through and repart it. You can just kind of move it around and see if it'll fall in a certain spot. That's always a nice, easy way to do it. But do whatever works for you. Like I said, I'm going to leave it in the middle. I think I also really like a middle part because my hair doesn't constantly fall on my face like it does when it's parted on the side. But that's it, you guys. I hope that this has been helpful. If you can, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below. And as always, let me know what you'd like to see next. I'd love to continue bringing you videos that y'all love the most. All right, thanks everyone.